In this video, we're going to be talking about the number one thing that causes heartache. And let's talk about some situations, because you might be, or you might have experienced a situation in the past, just maybe, where someone's broken up with you, or you've had to break up with someone, or that, you wanted that boy to text you back and he never actually did. There's a whole bunch of situations like this, right? But if we're to boil it down to one thing, so if we're to take all these situations down to one little thing, it pretty much just comes down to expectations. Pretty much the best way to put it down is that we feel pain when we want something to happen and it doesn't, or we don't want something to happen and it does. And that means our expectations were basically broken. So that causes us heartache. And if you were to look at it a little bit further, pretty much, I love what Shakespeare said, expectations are the root of all heartache. There'll be a thing to my Instagram like, bing, which I've posted that there. That's where I got that quote. I love Instagram. Honestly, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Expectations are the root of all heartache. Now, it's good if you have these expectations and they are met, right? So if you want to live happily ever after, and you do, but unfortunately, the way media portrays romance, the way we think and perceive the way things should go, create all these expectations, and real life sometimes doesn't actually match how it goes. Now, there'll be a little thing where somewhere I'll have a link to my audiobook, which is the 3 most common mistakes of dating. Somewhere, it'll be in the link description below. But another way to look at it is that a lot of us have this expectation that is honestly just based off media and things like that about how romance should go, right? And we want it to go a particular way. Now, there are certain things that should never disappear from your love story. So we're going to create a new love story now. There are certain things that should never disappear. The first thing is that you should want to be happy. That should be a standard, which I've talked about in another video. That should be a standard of how you want to be. You should always have someone who shares the same values. And if you really want a longer lasting relationship, you should have someone in your life that actually values that relationship to the same extent you do. But how it goes about also is something that can cause heartache, because that's a potential expectation. Here's the thing, right? Some people also, you might know someone like this, is they get lucky. They meet someone in high school or in work or somewhere early in life, and they settle down really quickly. Maybe they were friends or family. I say that they're lucky is because they actually are. They are the lucky ones to meet someone like that. But you'll find that if they were to be taken out of that situation, is that they're actually probably not going to know what to do. And so if you're in a situation where you're watching this and you've experienced heartache before, that is an amazing gift, because that means you've learned something. That means you've had that chance to go through something and to go through that heartache and to realize that maybe what you experienced, maybe the reason why you had that heartache was because you were expecting something that wasn't actually real. Like, here's the thing, like, if you break up with someone, for example, and that creates heartache, is because you were probably expecting the relationship to last a lot longer than it did. And I'm not saying every relationship has to last forever, but what I'm saying is you expected it to go a lot longer than it did, when really, if you were to break it down, which is why I like my logo, which I'm gonna put over my face right now, which is a little cog and the heart, like the little yin-yang symbol. Why I like that is because it really is just about balancing your heart and your mind. And if you were to look at it logically, maybe it was never going to last that long in the first place. And if you were to realize that, then it wouldn't actually cause you any heartache at all. In fact, what you'd be probably looking at it is you'd be thankful for that experience. You'd be thankful to have that time with that guy and to have learnt the things that you would have. And that's what happens. If you trade your expectations for appreciation, everything changes. Because you're not going to be hoping that it's going to last for a lot longer than it does. You're going to be enjoying every single moment. And that's one thing that actually causes a lot of breakups, is that when we expect something to happen and it doesn't happen, and we just keep pressing that button, we're saying, when are we going to feel that way? That I want to feel happy now. Why am I not happy? That causes a lot of breakups. But if you spent that entire time just being appreciative of every moment. Now, I'm not saying letting that other person push you around. That's not what I'm saying. But that sense of appreciation, that sense of gratitude, that sense of finding the extraordinary in the ordinary, that is going to just change your entire experience. So thank you so much for watching this video. Also, if you did like it, make sure to leave a like, because that way I know that you like this video. It means I like you. And also make sure to subscribe for more videos about life and love and how the two come together. until next time, this is Harvey Hooke. I'm also working on my book right now, so you have to subscribe if you want a copy of my book. All right. Mwah.